Imagine being a young lady born with the odds against you, being different from your counterparts, yet still know that you are something special. This is the story of Dime Blanco, a episode I'm sure you'll like. And if not, fuck it, I tried. Welcome to the Fit Podcast.
Feeling today, my baby?
What's going on? Every day above the ground is good to me. Shit.
There you go. There you go.
God woke me up this morning, so I'm feeling good.
No question, no question. So, this is not your first time in front of the camera, and this is not most likely your last time being in front of the camera. Some will say this is a natural, you're a natural talent in front of the camera eye of millions or thousands of people point of view. It seems as if you technically just be yourself. So tell me, have you always been this way, or has it been something that you got into as in recent?
Shit, man. I think I was born like this and shit. I think I got this shit from God. You see, I got that good hair.
No doubt, no doubt.
One of them God's people out of Jerusalem and shit, where he was born at. So I think this shit just came, you know what I'm saying? How Whitney sing, that voice she got that shit from God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was born with that. You know, like I was born with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
I ain't got to do nothing. Sometimes I just be fucking around and motherfuckers stomachs be hurting and shit, you know what I'm saying, from laughing. But I be dead ass serious though, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just I like making people smile. Motherfucker told me, like, I can have a bad day and I go look at one of your posters and you turn my whole day around. I want to thank you. I'm like, shit. I need to try to get paid or something off this shit or something, man.
No doubt,
you know
no doubt. You said you were born this way, so let's talk about your childhood and things and whatnot when you were growing up. Are you from Grand Rapids area?
Yeah, I'm from Grand Rapids and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm straight out of Ben Harbor, you know what I'm saying? 269 and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I spent most of my years here, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so technically you was born in Ben Harbor, but mainly raised between Ben Harbor and a lot of time in Grand Rapids.
Right. Came up on Madison. I'm a 32 baby.
Okay.
Or whatever and shit. Came up on Madison.
Okay.
Or whatever and shit. BDFB.
Yeah.
Big dick fat balls and shit. My people, originals are down there. Yeah, BDFB. That's the hood.
Big dick fat balls is a hood. Yeah. I never knew that.
That's
and this
Madison.
Is off Madison?
Yeah, nigga, them OGs down there.
Damn, that's deep.
BDFB.
Okay.
Ask around about that shit. Them niggas is the originals down there on Madison and shit. Them older niggas and shit. Them niggas was, you know what I'm saying, really having and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I never knew there was a hood.
My daddy from down there and shit.
Okay, I never knew there was a hood called the BDFDs, the Big Dick Fat Balls Click.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, that will deter me from like crossing their paths, you know, like that.
I don't know what them niggas was thinking when they came up with that shit, man.
To each their own. No shots to them. If the niggas are still around, no issues, man. But tell me this, right? How was your childhood? You grew up in a 2-parent household. Did you have, a good relationship with your parents or whatnot? How was it?
I mean, shit. My mama was always good to me and shit. You know, I grew up with my mama because she had me when she was young and shit. So I basically helped her raise my brother and sister and them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen more than them. You know what I'm saying? When she used to cry about shit and bills and shit. You know, I just seen a little bit more. Like, we grew up together and shit. I had I come from middle class and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie and say I was in the kitchen and roaches was running across my feet and looked in the refrigerator and wasn't shit in there to eat and shit. I'm not gonna lie, get on this motherfucking lie like that. It was always food. I always had food in my motherfucking stomach, clothes on my back, and shelter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get on this bitch and try to get no clout and lie like I was hurting so bad or something. You know, everybody go through shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done seen a hard time.
No question. Everybody had their own form of struggle.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it ain't been no hard time or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I had a decent childhood or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out my stepdad, Kevin Posey. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't want for shit. Me and my brother and sister and my mama ain't want for shit when that nigga was in my world. You know what I'm saying? Our world. That nigga, he always got a place in my heart and a spot at my motherfucking dinner table. You know what I'm saying? That nigga took care of me and my brother and sister and my mama. You know what I'm saying? I just got older and shit just changed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the streets call you and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's roadblocks in that shit, you know what I'm saying? And you get deterred and shit, you know what I'm saying? Came a teenager. You know, I kept them hoes and shit, though. I had a hoe in the 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. All that shit. 12th grade, you know, I had a hoe in the 8th grade. Bitch used to sneak me through the window back in high school and shit, all type of shit. I broke my arm climbing out a bitch window one time. But the head was so good, I went back over there after I had got out the hospital because that bitch owed it me. Bitch, I climbed out your window and I broke my arm and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been through some shit, you know what I'm saying? I done did some shit I ain't proud of. I done seen some shit I never wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? I done did shit that I wish I never did. You know what I'm saying? Been to jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? I done got shot and lived. You know what I'm saying? Caught a pistol case. All type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still here today.
No question. Now, growing up and experiencing so much things and eventually having the streets interact in your life in a way you have to interact back with the streets. Can you touch on the basis of what caused you to end up getting shot?
Just being a motherfucking baby kid and shit, being young and shit and trying to be flashy and shit and, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, because once I jumped off the motherfucking porch, I hit the ground running or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had some black forces on when I jumped off the porch, so I really was doing shit. Once I got to really see, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. They like, we finna hit this. Hell yeah, we finna hit this motherfucking house. Because I'm going to the mall with my money and shit. Matter of fact, I'm finna go on Wealthy to New York and get me some motherfucking Jabos and some Rockports. You know what I'm saying? I'm already brainstorming what I'm finna do. I'm finna buy me a little pussy. You know, I've been buying pussy and shit since back in the day and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been tricking and shit, but that shit over with. 2025, I'm not giving you bitches a motherfucking thing. You better call your mom. But yeah, just wanting to be it and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I always had my own mind and shit. I did what the fuck I wanted to do, though. Ain't no motherfucker finna make me do shit and say, if we can talk and brainstorm on the idea, but if it don't sound right to me, I ain't doing that shit or whatever and shit. And if it's 6 of us and it's one motherfucking house and we got to split shit, I'm not fucking with it, bro. Y'all go ahead and do y'all joint and shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never hated on a nigga, no bitch or nothing. I always waited my turn. You know what I'm saying? That's why every time I have a run, I have a long run. My runs always be nice and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit get fucked up a little bit and shit, but when I have a run, I have a nice one. You know what I'm saying?
No question. Now, being that it may, growing up in Grand Rapids and Ben Harbor at the same time, or majority of it being in Grand Rapids, did you ever had time to go back and touch roots in Ben Harbor?
Hell yeah. Motherfuckers throw fish fries and shit. When my people get my mama and my daddy from there and shit, when they do shit, they do shit the real way and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers up here think that them motherfuckers down there drink you up under a table some motherfucking where. plenty of food. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I go to Ben Harbor. I make sure I get a brown bag when I go to Henry's and shit. Yeah, you know the shit kind of like down the street for real and shit. And my people, my whole motherfucking family, damn near still there and shit on both sides and shit. So, you know, I fuck with the Ben Harbor tough than a motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's ain't what it. I would like to buy Ben Harbor if they let me buy that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. That's a part of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? My mama out of that motherfucker. My daddy out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes I be fucked up a little bit and shit. I don't like to look back a little bit and shit. My brother got killed down there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Lil Pepper. I love and miss you with all my heart, bro. Or whatever and shit. And that was the last time I was in Ben Harbor and shit. I was at his funeral and shit, whatever and shit. I'm like, damn, man, they done walked my baby down, man. Or whatever and shit. You know, and that shit was hard as hell because I lost 2 brothers and shit. I lost my mama's son and my daddy's son. You know what I'm saying? So that shit kind of, you know what I'm saying, frustrated me a little bit more in my mind and shit too, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, what don't kill you will make you stronger, you know what I'm saying? So shit, and don't shit heal you better than time and shit. You know, you just work through things and shit. I keep waking up, so I can't do nothing about this shit, but just I got to move on and shit, you know what I'm saying? The shit hurt, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding back tears right now.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But I just gotta shit. I'm a motherfucker born with a chip on both shoulders and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Ben Harbor, Michigan, and a humble rest in power to your brother. 100%. Taking a loss is never easy to deal with, depending on the gravity of that lost, and I understand that. Moving forward, what have you been doing lately? What's been on your radar lately nowadays with everything you've been through and stuff that been going on with you? What's going on currently?
I mean, shit, I've been drinking water, drinking liquor and shit, walking my puppy, watching my nephew grow up or whatever and shit, trying to get in this content shit and do all type of shit. I'm trying to be seen and shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been around this motherfucker trying to, you know what I'm saying, come up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been praying, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I take care of my motherfucking hair, you know what I'm saying? I've been just really chilling and shit. I took a couple trips and shit, you know what I'm saying? Keeping up with my money, tightening up a little bit more in that area.
No doubt.
Or whatever and shit, trying to track how I use that shit, you know what I'm saying? And just basically just trying to put a new pair of shoes on this year and start another run and shit. And I hope it's good.
Running the bag up lately and doing a lot of content creating and getting your face out there. Let's talk about, with that being said, let's talk about being on that show, dating Miss.
For the love of Big Man, shout out to my motherfucking baby, Big Binks.
Yeah. Are y'all still in contact?
Hell yeah, that's my motherfucking baby, man.
So you can get on and make a phone call right now.
Hell yeah.
Jump and make a phone call. Let's see if she respond real quick, briefly. I have to put that to the test real quick. Let's see.
That motherfucker was jumping and shit. I had so much motherfucking fun up there. I'm
No doubt.
This shit on the floor up here. Whatever and shit, man. Let's see if she answer. Binky, where the fuck you at, in the mountains or something? They thought you wasn't gonna answer on this podcast or something.
Oh, she real with. Let me see. Man, big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to you. This is John G of the Fit Podcast. And, I had a tester gangster with it. I was like, yo, you can call her up right now. She's like, yeah, I rock with her. I'm going to call her. I'm like, man, she ain't gonna answer type shit. She's like, yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
some respect on her goddamn name.
Hey, say less. Say less. Say less. Man, you know, it'd be a dope blessing. You can go ahead and bless this podcast one day. I would love to have both of you on this show. We can also discuss that in private hours, you know. I'll get your hookup from her, and I'll just message you, and we'll go from there. That's cool with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, that's a blessing, man. Thank you. Now I gotta show her a bag for that and shit. You know what I mean? I gotta plug her in a little bit for that. But let me go and hand the phone back to Boss Lady. All right.
Love, peace, and soul. Love, peace, and soul, baby. You know, I get with you Monday.
All of that.
You want
all
that
of that.
candlelight dinner while we drink expensive wine. You ain't gotta be a dime, but you gotta be a nine. I ain't took no hoe nowhere. Who told you to? Because I took her to Checkers.
Put that towards the mic. Put that towards the mic.
We went and got Checkers.
Checkers?
Yes.
But you still fed the bitch.
She got a $2 bite box.
They ain't even fucking $2.
And then I told her to get water because I wasn't paying for no pop.
Okay. I'm on my date.
All right, you got it. You got it, girl. You got it.
Bye.
I love you.
So that experience, how did it treat you?
Man, they treated me like a lady, you know. But everywhere I go, the bitches treat me like I'm Uncle Luke. So you know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about shit. You know, at first I was a little intimidated because it was all them niggas in the house and shit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Then I got to thinking about it and shit. And like, man, this regular life shit. Or whatever and shit. Because wherever I go, I'm going to pull a bitch. Or whatever and shit. I'm going to pull a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I ain't worried about these niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful and shit. I'm glad she included me in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I was bullshitting. I'm like, man, I don't know if I, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going. These my motherfucking people, man. I'm finna go. It was a motherfucking gangster party up there.
Right.
Stripper bitches, all type. Man, I threw so much ass up there. It was, man, that shit was one of the best times of my life. I never, you know, it's shit in life you would never forget.
Yeah.
Now older, how old I remember shit from being young, that it's certain shit in life that be so important to you,
that'll stick with you,
that stick with you or hurt you so bad that you would never forget the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was like, I'm like, man, they open arms and shit. Then
you didn't feel intimidated with all the men that were trying to crack jokes on you or saying you were doing the most?
No, because if you really want to take that shit there, I'm funny than a motherfucker. I gave their ass a pass because I was drunk. If I would have been sober, I would have towed their ass up. Everybody would have got ate the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But I was drinking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's another thing I want to calm down in this year, 2025 too, with my health and shit too. You know what I'm saying? I want to just be able to have a drink and be sure. I don't want to overdo it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I ain't saying today or tomorrow and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still around this bitch drinking like the game don't change and shit. But I want to calm it down and shit and drink more of that. You know what I'm saying? But they was niggas was talking shit, you know what I'm saying? But I can talk that shit too, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't broke. I ain't no motherfucking bum. You know what I'm saying? I've been middle class my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I can talk some shit with you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got flaws or whatever and shit. You know, we kicking the bobos and shit. I can kick shit like Jackie Chan with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I can talk shit to anybody. I talk shit to Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk shit to Oprah. You know what I'm saying? I get on that. I talk shit to Diddy. I just ain't going to his house. But, you know what I'm saying? I can hang with the best of them and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of no camera. I ain't going to perp on no camera or nothing. I'm going to just be regular or whatever.
So, in one of the episodes, a lot of people say, oh, man, she was wild. She was out of pocket. And that moment you were standing and you just simply said, yo, look at my pussy, and you showed them and everything else, did that stop people from chasing the main attractional girl and some of the guys start hitting on you?
Them niggas was looking at this little pretty pussy or whatever and shit. They was looking at it. One of them niggas said, yeah, because it was pretty. I'm like, I know it's pretty. Or whatever and shit. And it's tight too, nigga. Whatever and shit. You know them niggas was looking.
Yeah. So, speaking of men in general, would you ever date one? Or would you ever take one serious for that matter? Or you just strictly messing with only women?
I mean, like I said, this funny shit I was born with. I think I was born gay too. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first knew I liked the girls and shit, I had a crush on my first grade teacher, Miss Mo, or whatever and shit. That's when I knew I liked the bitches and shit. Then I had all the hoes at Loop. And then I went to Alexander School and shit. We was Alexander Wildcats and shit. So we had some shit, you know what I'm saying, called Powerhouse. Like the after school, I had hoes at Powerhouse. Ask Kazoo or whatever and shit. I had the hoes at motherfucking Powerhouse. Ask Janelle Campbell. Happy birthday, sis, or whatever and shit. Yeah, I knew I liked the bitches. I didn't seen a couple niggas. You know, it'd be a lot of niggas I think like he kind of fly or whatever and shit. And you know, I'm a person and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a woman and shit. I bleed once a month like the rest of these hoes. So if I see a nigga and I think I be like, shit, he kind of fine shit or whatever and shit. The nigga look good or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I just gonna just be in the bed with no dick every night or whatever and shit.
Now, what would be your ideal type that will catch your eyes? Like tall guy, dreads, or whatever. If one of the audience members looking, they want to shoot their shot to you.
I mean, that light skinned shit is just that's make me like think like soft and shit. Like you want to get your nails done or something or whatever. Then dreads, okay, they're fine, but they gotta be long. Don't fucking have no dreads this little and then think you finna start fucking with me. Have some long dreads, cause my hair. No, if you got dreads, and take care of them or whatever and shit. That hygiene shit. You got to make sure your hygiene is in order and shit. You're not going to be fingering me with weed and shit from last week and your fingernails, giving me BV and knocking my balance off and shit or whatever and shit. You need to tell your mama to shut the fuck up too or whatever and shit. I'm not dealing with no, and that's with bitches too though. You better tell your mama to shut the fuck up or whatever. I don't want to hear her mouth. Do she pay bills over here? Hell no. Nah. And I don't want no big gumpy looking motherfucker, and ain't no fat motherfucker gonna lay on top of me at all, and I'm not getting on top of you. I don't do the big, like now big girls, hell yeah. I put my cape on and jump up off the dresser on a big girl, but ain't no fat ass, breathing hard ass, sweating all over the place ass nigga getting on top of me, and I'm not getting on top of you. So I just, and I can't take dick like that. Or whatever and shit. I don't do it like that to niggas and shit. So, and then niggas be want to do it every day and shit. Then they talking about sandwiches and shit at 3 a.m. and all. I'm not that type of bitch. I don't get up and make sandwiches and fried chicken and shit at no 3 a.m. because you hungry. Eat a Lunchable.
I hear you.
I just don't see, man. I am who I am and shit. That's why I feel like I was born this way and shit because... Auntie don't fuck with the guys.
No doubt. Now, being that in May, you're dealing with a lady, and while you're dealing with a lady, what would be the ideal type that will keep you continuously dealing with her?
I mean, I don't like no ugly bitches, but looks ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? And I love a mother that be mothering and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck how bad a bitch like me. I ain't gonna let no bitch put me before she put her motherfucking kids. That's gonna turn me off. That shit is a turn off. I don't even know how niggas sit and lay with a bitch that put them before they do their kids and shit. I love a bitch who mother if you got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cleanliness is next to godliness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't live in I can't do no nasty bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck how fine you is or how good that pussy is or whatever and shit. I cannot do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to clean up and shit. You know what I'm saying? A bitch who don't whoop her kids. I can't do it. If you don't sit them the fuck down and teach them some discipline and how to pray and shit before they eat food, and how to, when they wake up in the morning, how you get up and make your motherfucking bed and wash your face and brush your teeth before you pick up an electronic or try to go on the refrigerator and shit. I like bitches like that. You know what I'm saying? I like a bitch that ain't outside every time you look at this bitch always at that bar, but ain't never with them children. I can't do that. I don't like the bitch, some crazy shit too. Then that's why I like a bitch that ain't gonna play with my food and drinks and shit too, because baby girl talking about some her new nigga sexy. She ain't even had to voodoo his spaghetti. Hell no, I don't eat no whole spaghetti, no way. Bitch, you can keep the food and give me the ass. I don't want the food. I don't eat bitches' food, no way. Bitch, I eat when I get home because they doing shit to the food. Talking about some, she ain't even had to voodoo the spaghetti. My daddy told me about that shit too. Them bitches, that period blood shit and spaghetti. I'm not doing that shit or whatever and shit, because the mother bitch would be shot in the face fucking with me, playing with my food and my drinks and shit or whatever and shit. I like a clean house. I like a clean pussy or whatever and shit. I like discipline and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna live above my means or nothing. I can live middle class for the rest of my life, and if I have to, and I'll be all right with it. But it ain't wrong with not wanting more and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can you see yourself in a polygamous relationship with a partner?
I don't think I can do like too crazy, but you talking about two crazy bitches or a nigga and a bitch?
Well, in your case, I guess, let's say, what will be comfortable for you? Let's say you met a guy you like, he quiet, he cool, y'all get along, and you want to keep him around, and you have a steady one-on-one girlfriend. Can
Do
you
he got
maintain? Well, do he have to have money?
He got to have some, because I can't take care of you.
Okay.
Or whatever and shit. And then I probably can do it, because I'm not finna keep fucking you like every day. You can fuck her or whatever, so I won't have to fuck as much. So I probably would go for it if he got money or whatever and shit. But I have to think about it. If he got kids and kids already, I have to think about that too, because if she already got kids and shit, that's a thing. And then, you know, fat kids, they already spend the fuck out of my money. Then my daughter, she spends my money too. They ask for rentals. They want cotton candy machines and slushy makers, and they ordering shit on Amazon and putting shit in the cart and act.
Well,
so
let's touch on
it.
Fat since you brought her up. If the audience don't know, Fat is your current friend or someone you're currently dealing with, or y'all just cool? What is y'all status as of now?
Fat from Cass, and I'm from Ben Harbor. I fuck with her kids. You know what I'm saying? I love her kids and shit. I've been with her little boy since he was born and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my ace and shit. I ain't never walking away from him. You know what I'm saying? You know, she with her people, you know what I'm saying? She been with her people for a while, you know what I'm saying? Me and Fat ain't been together in 4 years, you know what I'm saying?
Would you ever say y'all could possibly get back or no?
That bitch don't want me. She don't even like me or whatever and shit, but probably not. It's too many words have been spoken and shit, and too many lies told, and too much, you know what I'm saying? It's just been too much and shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no smoke in the city with her or nothing like that or whatever. She just, you know what I'm saying? I got mad love in my heart for Fat ass and shit. She called me right now or whatever and shit. I'm going to jump on it and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with her kids.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no bad blood with her or nothing and shit. It's just, I don't. We just ain't. She doing her thing. She got a motherfucker she been with for 4 years or whatever and shit. And you know, ship sail or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say like if the bitch call me, I ain't coming or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, you know, life be life, and then sometimes you grow together, you grow apart, and even if you grow apart, you still have a good form of respect for each other, you know, and communication when needed. So that's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Now, being that it may, do you want kids of your own?
Yeah, I want a son or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with me is I don't want to fuck no nigga, and I want the baby to come out looking just like me. I want the baby to look exactly like me, the same gap and everything. And I want a boy because I'm gonna name him Unique. You know what I'm saying? My name Dimonique, and I'm gonna name him Unique. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I don't want to take the pain and shit. You know what I'm saying? The operating table
How
shit.
in the world you want a kid, but you don't want a kid by a man, but you want the kid to look like you? You know, in order for you to get this kid, you gotta have some form of male, I guess, fluids.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the place. But if I do meet a
You wouldn't
chocolate
get it
man,
naturally?
though, yeah, I would like it
Okay.
naturally. But I'm not gonna play around and shit or
Right,
whatever
right,
and
right.
just be looking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I go to the place, but then they said that shit dangerous because the baby will turn out a serial killer or something because you don't
Whoa.
know who the sperm is from and shit at them. So I
Mm.
be watching them Lifetime movies. Them bitches go to the place and get that shit put in them, and then the baby end
Oh,
up.
because you don't know if the source of the sperm came from a psychopath.
Yes, and or they
And you
got
just
cancer
look at that-
and shit or
Yeah,
something like that. So
yeah.
that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to deal with no nigga for with the rest of my because I know this pussy is good
How you know?
because I know
I mean,
it's
Every
wet,
woman
it's
will say
tight, and
that they're-
every bitch can't say that they
every
bitch,
woman will proclaim that their vagina is the best or nothing is messing with it. How do you know it's that good?
because I'm one of the bitches out of Jerusalem. I'm from where God was born. I had to have good pussy.
God was born in Jerusalem. You mean
Yes.
like
That's where he was born at.
Jesus?
Yeah, born in Jerusalem. What the?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to touch up on the word. Yeah.
So
I
you're
know
a walking
it's
blessing. You're a walking blessing.
good. Hell yeah.
Now, being that it may, if you can, let's say, go back in time and change anything, what would you change and why?
I changed a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have took my education a little bit more serious. I would have took my athletic ability a little bit more serious and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the type of motherfucker I am, I could have been way more than what I am. And I'm a woman for my people and shit. I love my people or whatever and shit. And I'm talking, I ain't. I ain't racist or whatever and shit, but black people, I love my people. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if I would have took my education a little bit more serious and wasn't chasing girls and shit, you know what I'm saying, and trying to be in the streets and shit, and you know what I'm saying, took my athletic ability a little bit more serious, I could have been way more than what the fuck I am right now. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes and shit, I look at it like shit. It's a lot of young motherfuckers that look up to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And my little brother and all us was athletes and shit. My whole house. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have took my shit, and I'm the oldest, I would have took my shit a little bit more serious. Maybe my little brother would have did that shit too, and he wouldn't be living in the sky right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he seen me and my other brother jump off the porch, and he like, I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And maybe I could have been, you know what I'm saying? I feel guilty sometimes getting shot and I lived. You know what I'm saying? My brother behind me got shot in the head right in front of me, and he lived. My little brother got shot in a graveyard and fucked around and died in surgery. You know how that shit made me feel like shit. and I got shot and lived. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if I would have took shit a little bit more serious or whatever and shit, I could have been way more than what I am now. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. Do you have any regrets? Do you live with any regrets?
Hell yeah.
Can you give me one of them?
I got a lot of regrets, but the recent one is I regret not, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know how I'm gonna say this. I regret just fucking off, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking off, you know what I'm saying? And just fucking bitches, because that's how my little girl lost her mama and shit, you know what I'm saying? I regret fucking with the bitch. I ain't gonna say her name or nothing. I ain't gonna talk bad about her or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But that's how my little girl lost her motherfucking mama and shit, and I regret that whole situation with her ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, because you already knew I got a girlfriend and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You acting like this shit ain't new. You know this my girlfriend.
Right.
She was living with me and shit when she died and passed away and shit. You know, then motherfuckers, she died chasing me and all. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of that shit. Motherfuckers blame this shit on me, said it was my fault and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I still rep her name. You know what I'm saying? I'll never let her name die. You know what I'm saying? Her name on my hand or whatever and shit. I'll never let her name die. Same thing I do for my brother and shit. I just wish I should have been there for her a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I regret that shit because that was a fine piece of ass too, man. Boricua, Puerto Rican, fine than a motherfucker, man. Or whatever and shit. But it just wasn't about looks. That was my motherfucking homegirl too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my friend.
Why do they blame you?
Because she was on her way to my house. And then the nigga hit her and shit. And then she passed away and shit. I get to the hospital and shit. I get back there and shit. Man, hot girl Key, the one who took me to the hospital and shit. I get back there and shit. She back there like with her eyes open and shit. I'm like, man, I can't believe this shit. I just could not believe. I'm like, man, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me.
Right.
That shit broke my heart so motherfucking bad, dog. I cried like a motherfucking baby and shit. I'm like, this shit can't. And then she left a little girl behind and shit, you know what I'm saying? There used to be days I couldn't even look at her little girl. Like, I can't even look at her.
And this the lady that is currently in your profile pic?
Yeah.
May she rest in peace. China, correct?
Yeah.
Now, could you ever find yourself moving on from Grand Rapids, like finding another place as a permanent stay? Can you see yourself doing that, or do you have any inclination to do that, or you think right now where you at is home?
I mean, it's home, but it's always room to do better and better things and shit. I think Michigan just as a whole is too small for me. You know what I'm saying? I think if I was in a bigger place or whatever and shit, I'd be doing a little bit better for myself. You know what I'm saying? But this, my home, you know what I'm saying? My little nephew here and shit, you know what I'm saying? My other brother in jail, my other brother dead, my sister and her little boy, I'm all she got and shit. My mom lived down south and shit, so, but I do feel like if I start just thinking about me a little bit more or whatever and shit, I can do better and shit. But I do think I can see myself moving on from here and shit and just enjoying it, coming back to visit and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Give me 3 words that best describe who you are. Just only 3.
Extraordinary.
1.
Beautiful.
2.
And futuristic.
Okay, 3. Futuristic. So let's talk about your style. You know, the way you dress, the way you move as far as your garments and your clothing choice. Have you always been into fashion?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I remember my first motherfucking check. I've been working since I was 15. I got my first motherfucking check. This when Vanitos was motherfucking popping, whatever
Yeah.
and shit. I went right and got them motherfucking white Rockports with the gun bottom on them bitches in a red and white jabot outfit, whatever
Yeah.
and shit. I always had style though and shit. I've been, I can put that shit on and shit. I've been calming down these last couple years because I don't really go nowhere like that. I
Right.
pop out here and there and shit, but I don't pop out like I used to go out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and Judy used to fuck the club up. We'd go on Mexican night, Thirsty Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and old people night. You used to tear the elks up, them old ass
yeah.
niggas in there with all them car keys and shit, buying drinks, buying the fuck out of our drinks and shit. But
Yeah.
I don't pop out like that no more, so I don't really I put the first shit on that I see. And I got so much shit, you know what I'm saying? This got shit I forgot I had, you know what I'm saying? So
Now, doubling back to you being on that show, do you talk to her daily?
hell yeah. I talked to her brother that I just got off the phone with her big head ass brother Bub.
Yeah,
Or whatever
yeah.
and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rail, I fuck with him too, her other brother and shit. He named his son, my nephew Fatty, after my brother who passed away.
Oh, wow.
Or whatever
Deep.
and shit. Yeah, I've been fuck with them. I fuck with Mama Shay.
Now,
Hey,
I know
mama.
a lot of people say it's forbidden to kiss and tell. But did you get her yet?
Nope, I ain't got it.
Dang. So you wasn't a winner
Nope.
as far as the show is concerned.
Nope.
Okay.
My nigga Mr. Exotic got that much. But he was a good pick though.
No
Because if
doubt.
it was my show, that's who I would have picked too. Shit.
Shit, you ain't no
But I
hater.
probably
That's
would
what's
have
up.
picked me too. But I would have picked him though, or whatever and shit. I would have picked his ass too.
What stood out for Mr. Exotic that you think?
He was just a smooth ass nigga, and he
Okay.
cool. And then he treated me like a lady the whole time. Like TTG, I fuck with you. You good? You cool? And he was just a cool motherfucker with the cameras rolling or not. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
He just was himself.
Where are you from?
He North Carolina.
He was from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was another Michigan
I
native.
was calling his ass Carolina or whatever and shit. He was just cool than a motherfucker, man. And he dressed nice. He smelled good and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was proper and shit. He wasn't starting shit with nobody or nothing. He was just cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think I probably would have picked him too.
I want you to finish this sentence. If all else fails, I can always count on,
God.
no doubt. Who is, in your opinion, in this city, one of the flyest dressing cats? Give me at least two people, man or woman.
Okay. That nigga Lil Darren from Oakdale be putting that shit on. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
I can't. You gotta put some respect on his name. That nigga be putting that shit on
Yeah.
or whatever and shit. And then, since I said one nigga, I'ma say a girl. Okay, Lil Darren. Then I'ma say it's a couple bitches be putting that shit on. I'ma say every time the little bitch Tuka pop out, she put that shit on.
Tuka, okay.
Will daughter, she
Yep,
that little bitch be dressing.
Who
Or
the
whatever.
runner up outside of Tuka, in your opinion?
I ain't gonna lie. When my motherfucking she get on my nerves and shit, but I love her. When that bitch Diera pop out, Nana, when she
Nana,
really wanna
yeah,
put
yeah,
some
yeah.
shit on, she'll
Yeah.
really put that shit on.
No doubt.
Or whatever.
Who's
shit.
runner up from Lil D?
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Tudor, my nigga Tudor,
Okay.
JR from Kalamazoo, when he pop
Yeah.
shit out, if he really get out and pop shit out, he put that shit on too and shit.
sure.
When he want to and shit, he be bullshitting, but when he really put that shit on, he'll put that shit on.
No doubt, no doubt. So, I have a little segment called Social Media Social Accountability. So basically, I'll jump on your Facebook or your social platform, Instagram, whatnot, and see what you've been posting and hold you accountable to what you post by asking you, what do you mean? Or why did you post it? So let's go ahead and jump on this.
Let's get into
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Real quick. Now, give me your thoughts on Charleston White.
His ugly black jelly bean looking ass talk too much. He be talking about people, kids and shit. I don't like him or whatever and shit. But he just I just don't like when he be talking about people, kids. But some shit he speak on and he do have points to. You know
He
what
be
I'm
having
saying?
a lot of valid
he
points.
have a lot of valid shit or whatever and shit. He be saying, but talking, I don't like the fact he be talking about motherfuckers' kids or whatever and shit.
Right.
He right about a lot of shit, especially recent shit that he been saying. He's been having points to all, especially that finesse 2-time shit with that little boy King.
Right.
The all points or whatever and shit. He has a lot of points of view. It's just I think it's just like a lot of shit I say. People tell me like, you be having your point, but my delivery whack. The way I say the shit, I think his delivery be whack. The way he bring the shit to motherfuckers, but he be telling the truth. He have points.
Now, 3 hours ago, you posted this. Grand Rapids so snaked it out, you don't know who to be around. Is that meant to directly someone, or is it just a random thought?
That is for everybody or whatever, because it's sometimes you can't even trust your own family or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? You see that shit, what happened to Mitch in the hallway.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? And niggas, you know what I'm saying? You can't trust a motherfucker or whatever and shit. That's go for everybody and shit. It's motherfuckers who ate and slept in my motherfucking crib that was at that motherfucking graveyard when my brother got killed in the graveyard. Where the fuck is the respect at? In a motherfucking graveyard? And you niggas, I ain't never ate and slept. Y'all mama ain't never fed me. Y'all mama ain't never motherfucking fed me, but you niggas done ate in my crib. Y'all done slept in my crib. You niggas done wore me and my brother's clothes. All type of shit, nigga. We done broke the motherfucking code. When my mom said she don't want nobody in her house but only kids that came out her body, we still snuck you niggas in. And shit like that. And y'all niggas sat in that motherfucking graveyard and seen that shit happen and didn't think that shit okay. None of my motherfuckers can't sit with me at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why motherfuckers be wondering like, oh, you see me, you be acting I don't fuck with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't trust nobody. I don't trust no motherfucking body. It's motherfuckers who's with us every motherfucking day. Every day. Or whatever and shit, and was up there and didn't think that shit. Cause I look up a motherfucking pictures with the nigga who killed my motherfucking little brother. And you think you can sit with me and speak to me when you see me, nigga? You will never sit with me again. Fuck around with motherfuckers, y'all. I would never. You can't trust nobody.
It's sad because in certain situations you think, people is your people, then you realize you can't put nothing past no one.
I just be looking at the shit like, wow, or whatever and shit. Even a nigga who did the shit ate and slept in my crib. Him and his brothers and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit I thought we was, damn, what happened to the love that we had and shit? I thought we was peoples and shit, you know what I'm saying? But that go to show you and shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't, you just don't, you let your guard down and get the trust in motherfuckers and shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't just think, oh, this my man's. You know what I'm saying? I done watch niggas fall asleep off drink and a nigga go in their motherfucking pocket and steal from them. A nigga wake up like they ain't know what they had because they scary. Or a nigga got more clout than them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga, you know what the fuck you had, nigga. This nigga just went in your motherfucking pockets and took the only blue. You, nigga, only had one bluegill. So you know you had $100 bill and all you got is 20s now. A nigga went in your motherfucking pocket. I done watch niggas get a bitch up. Nigga, nigga never do no shit like that to me, and I'm a motherfucking girl, and I bleed once a month like the rest of these bitches. I wake up and my shit gone, or bro, I'm gonna come back with the biggest motherfucking pistol you ever seen in your life, bro. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? It's about niggas don't stay in their lane and shit no more. You know what I'm saying? People just want to be all in the same lane. That's why shit fucked up now. Everybody want to be street. The street's so cluttered and shit. That's why everything how it is and shit. If motherfuckers stay in their lane, we all will be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about this, quote unquote, about a day ago. A Muskegon bitch told me in a bar last night in the bathroom in my own town that she slapped me. Bitch forgot where the fuck she's at.
Yeah, she did.
And I told Tim, I want that dusty feet asses out of here. Terry RX talking about chill, auntie. Sally the same way said a bitch ain't gonna do nothing to auntie. I
And ain't
can't
gonna
wait.
do a motherfucking thing.
I can't wait till they have a party in Muskegon. I'ma piss on the floor in a bathroom at the bar.
Because they don't even have
Susie.
mailboxes. They probably don't have toilets in in the bathrooms.
And they trying to jump me because laughing my ass off. I said them hoes ain't stupid.
Yeah. I was in that bitch.
What was that
Kia
all
already
about?
know. Yeah,
Someone
the
wanted to
bitch told
slap
me in the
you,
bathroom she'll
or
slap me.
Why?
I told her because it's some weird, this my motherfucking town. I don't give a fuck who part. Then the bitch talking about some this her party and all. I don't give a fuck if this was Aretha Franklin's party. Ain't no bitch gonna sit and tell me that she gonna slap me in no motherfucking bathroom and it's 63 people out there. That's my motherfucking people and y'all are 7 deep in here. Y'all be slid the fuck up under something
That
or whatever.
part.
Then they motherfuckers came weak as hell. Like it was only like 3 of them fly. Motherfucker, you can tell who was from. I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers came weak as hell or whatever and shit. I just threw something on. I ain't even put on nothing new or nothing and shit. But I just threw some shit on or whatever and shit. The bitch told me she'd slap me. I had to tell her, girl, you not gonna, ain't no bitch in here gonna slap me.
That part.
Or whatever and shit. It's not, nobody in here gonna slap me. You know what I'm saying? She was serious. Then a white girl like, okay, who are you beefing with? Because I'm from Muskegon too, but I ain't got nothing to do with it or whatever and shit. Looking like the girl from Hustle and Flow and shit. I'm like, girl, I wasn't worried about you if you had something to do with it any motherfucking way. Wasn't nobody
shit.
worried about you anyway. She like, I'm just saying I don't have nothing to do with that shit. I'm like, yeah, it don't matter if you did have something to do with it, bitch. I wasn't worried about you. You're the last thing I'm worried about, Sarah.
That
Because she
part.
looked like her name was Sarah.
Turning the tires of this conversation real quick. Now, when it comes to the ladies love you. And I know this because I put you in my story. I put you in my story and I blocked you from it. And I asked, hey, I'm planning on having Miss Dime Blanco on my podcast. If you have any questions or anything you want to share, feel free to ask. More than willing to run the questions to the guest if she's willing to hear it. So, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. And she cool as hell. Ask her, why in the world would you be a stud? You're too cute for that, my baby. You're born the way you're born.
First of all, I don't know why motherfuckers, that stud shit, I let the shit pass because that's what motherfuckers say because I sag and I like girls and I, you know what I'm saying, don't fuck, but I don't
Yeah, that's a good
look
question.
at myself as a stud.
Do you see yourself as
I
a
don't
stud?
see myself. I'm just a girl who like bitches. I just don't like niggas, and I like my style of dressing. This how I dress. But that stud, I don't have a mustache. I don't walk around with straps on and shit or whatever and shit. I don't wear suits. Ain't no way I'm putting on no motherfucking tuxedo. But I put on a bow tie and shit. I jump shy as hell with a bow tie or something. But it's just certain stud shit. It's a lot of that stud shit. The shit. I love panties and bras. I love my body. I look good as fuck naked. And when I wear my panty and bra sets and shit, I look good or whatever and shit. I like being a girl or whatever and shit. I like being a girl and shit. I don't want to be no nigga. That's the thing between me and studs and shit. Them bitches be want to be niggas and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no nigga. I'm like being a girl and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I was a nigga, I'd probably
let's
have
keep
a
it
million
fair.
kids.
You
and shit.
say you like women, but occasionally like men, or occasionally like certain types of men will be more better fit.
Like with niggas, I got a type
Right.
with niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta type with niggas and shit. I ain't just hollering at no nigga and shit because he got money or he got a big name and shit. Like I gotta really connect with you on some type of level for me to fuck with you for real.
No question. So another question from someone. Everyone will remain anonymous, of course. Girl, what that hair like?
Girl, what the head like? She talking about what my head like?
I'm assuming that's all she put in the comment.
Man, she ever seen Tasmanian Devil?
The cartoon character? Yeah.
Like that. Man, what?
Go crazy with it.
On my mama. Man, I'm telling you this shit. Don't let me be drunk.
Man, oh man. Yo, she dope as hell to have on your show. Check this out. Ask her, do she ever find men attractive? We already answered that, so that's good. Let's move on to the next. Girl, you need your own show. I seen that shit that was on YouTube. Why don't you just have your own reality production? Fair.
I mean, look, we gonna work towards it.
Okay.
That's the goal, John, for 2025. I told you, that's why I said I'm finna put a brand new pair of shoes on, give me a new cane, and start me another run and shit.
Would you ever do the YouTube thing where they say a 20 verse 1? Would you do that as the person being one?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be watching that shit
have
too.
10 women, 10 men, and
I do.
You know
what?
We might set that up.
We
might set that up. I'll scout out some shit.
Yeah.
I'll scout out in Detroit, some places in good old Ben Harbor.
Hell yeah.
And shit, might even take it up north with it, you know.
Yeah, that shit is
some Indians out there up north, you know what I'm saying? Some
yeah.
land out there and people. Let's check this out. I don't know her, bro. Never really know not much about her, but I'm just trying to add some take on things. Ask her, does she like fishing?
Hell yeah, I love fishing. And
you do?
My old man, the first one, showed me how to hook the line. You put the worm on there and shit. God rest his soul and shit. Yeah. My granddad Webb Horde, he the first one. Sure, I had my own fishing pole and everything and shit. We used to go to where it used to rain. He said when it's rain, the fish be jumping and shit. We used to go to Allegan.
Okay.
Yep. He said he had the whole little army fatigue outfit and shit, and then he showed me how to clean them. He used to come home and had the table out with the newspaper and shit. Them out. He used to be like, "This a girl right here. That go a pussy right there," and he showed me how to gut them and shit and all that and flake them and shit. Hell yeah, I love fishing.
Nice. Let's see. All right, here's a question. Yo, homegirl a stud. That's fine though. I ain't tripping on that. But my thing is, why do studs hit chicks with strap-ons and act like they feel it?
First of all,
have you ever hit a woman with a strap-on?
Yeah, I didn't fuck bitches with a strap, but I ain't fuck with a strap in like in a minute and shit. I don't just be, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't.
But in the motion of that, is it a turn on based on image? Because obviously it's not, body mechanics and biology. You're not feeling it sexually through a device.
I didn't fuck the bitch with a strap because she wanted, but me, I want the real thing. I'm finna pussy fuck you, bitch, so I can nut or whatever. Okay. We finna bump pussies and shit. I ain't fucked with a strap in a long time. It's bitches that I have fucked with a strap because I be like, this bitch now, and mostly all the bitches I fuck with fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, this bitch, I don't fuck with her like that. And some bitches be scary just trying to fuck you so much. That scared me. Like, bitch, why you want to fuck with me so bad? You trying to give me something? So I be like, I'm going to fuck this bitch with the strap, but I don't fuck, but that's because I don't fuck around like that no more and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was tearing bitches to fuck off. But now I done got older and I'm like, bitch, I want the real thing. I'm not finna fuck you with no strap and not get my shit and you coming and shit, bitch. Right. There's no point to it.
Right. All right. Shit. I guess we'll ask one more question. There's a few of them, but I notice a lot of them just out there. But I guess I'll pick one more so I can move
And
on.
motherfuckers be acting like they and then bitches be sucking straps and shit. The girl I seen on the Facebook, she's sucking the scrap. The girl got her head in the air like this, like she feeling it. I'm like, man, I'm done with this Facebook shit today. I'm like, man, I'm finna get off Facebook for a minute. I'm going to IG. I got off Facebook for like 3 hours. I'm like, this shit just pissed me off, man.
Right. When you see something like that, even as a woman who deal with women, even you have a natural reaction that most men will think like,
because it
why?
doesn't make
What-
sense.
that
Why
don't
would
make
you
sense.
even pursue
why would you act
yourself
that
to do
out?
that?
Right.
Yeah, it's some shit I can't. It's your thing. You can shake it how you want and shit. I ain't judging nobody in this world because I ain't God. But it's just some shit. Just did you really just do that? And then she and her head in the air and shit talking about. Girl, man, John, that shit killed me. I'm like, man, I'm done with these motherfuckers today.
I feel you. So, one last one. Ask baby girl for the right price. What would be your monthly OnlyFans, and what would be your content if you had one?
For OnlyFans,
I would assume you a woman and you deal with women, you have a content full of women. But
yeah, all
okay.
bitches or whatever and shit. But I do some, because I'm cute. Because I like bitches. But if I can do both. I can take a bitch man too. I can do both or whatever. I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? If I get real cute and let my hair down and shit and show these legs and shit or whatever, and she, got to cover my shot leg. I don't want to see the gunshot wounds and shit. But yeah, if I can do both.
So you're a
but
lingerie type. You would walk in Victoria's Secret by you outfit.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Hell yeah, I got on Victoria's Secret bra and panties right now.
What if the average woman look at you and say, my man ain't going for something that look like and dressed like this? What is your response to that? The woman who think you cannot take her man because your man is into women, but the women he's into dress and move like a woman.
So what's my reaction?
Yeah, what's your response to something
her?
like that? Yeah.
Okay. Give me 5 minutes. He gonna be want to marry a bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Bitch, I'll take your nigga. A lot of these bitches is lucky too, because niggas do be in my inbox and shit. I'm like, this nigga, but it give me a little weird vibe because I be sagging and everything, and niggas be like, yeah, let me do shoot. I be having my shirt off and shit, and niggas be like, let me see the like, it's some shit kind of scary a little bit and shit. Like, bro, you want to fuck me? And shit, it was different if I want to fuck you or whatever shit. But I know I'm a nice looking lady or whatever and shit. I know I'm fine.
So you don't shame a guy for having interest in you.
Hell no, because I know I'm the shit.
But you shame him at the same time if he see you sagging.
No, it
or
just
depending on what pictures he
No,
liking.
it just be. I don't shame them because I be sagging and shit. It just be the niggas who be talking shit about other niggas being gay and saying shit about Nick. That's when I be like, bro, I know the fuck you is not talking and you was just in my inbox Saturday. The fuck is you talking about? Calling somebody gay, but you see me sagging all the time, and you still try to holler at me. And it's the nigga that been in my inbox for 10 years. Since 2014. I swear to God, God can strike me down right now. And the nigga just told me Happy New Year. And here it is, 2025, and he's still in my motherfucking inbox. Or whatever and shit. So I don't shame a nigga for popping at me because I know I'm the shit. And I'm still a girl. I still got a pussy and shit. A nigga undress me with their eyes and they know I don't fuck niggas like that. They like, I know she don't be fucking, so I know that bitch tight. So that make them niggas more even attracted to me and shit. I don't shame no nigga for liking me because I'm a woman at the end of the day and I look good.
I'm going to give you one mention and you give me one word to that mention. So let's start with Grand Rapids.
I love it.
That's technically 3 words. You gotta give me one word response or whatever first thing that come to mind. Grand Rapids. You said I love it. So let's move on to the next one. Gentleman's fashion.
Power.
Richmond Cole.
Gang.
Favorite rapper.
Torrance.
Favorite female rapper.
Foxy.
Burger King.
Ugh.
Michael Jackson.
Goat.
Robert S.
Cousin.
Favorite vehicle.
Range.
Favorite food.
Pizza.
Dope. Moving on now. Do you like pets?
Yeah, I got a Shih Tzu named Dinky.
Nice. Can you see yourself ever drinking and quitting from that?
Yes.
Cold turkey?
Nope.
Are you a smoker?
Yes.
What do you smoke?
Newport Kings and recreationally marijuana.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Yep. I can dance. I can cook. Occasionally I do magic.
Give me 3 words that do not describe you.
Ugly, broke, and under the weather.
Do you meditate?
Yes, I do when I'm in my garden.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever had that experience?
Nope, I seen some shit in the air one day though. When I was coming home from work, I was working downtown and it was like a spaceship. That shit looked like a diamond. And then when I looked up and shit, it was like my eye was getting weird, so I stopped looking at it. And then I went home and had a dream or whatever and shit. And I don't know what the fuck it was. It looked like they was like dropping shit down from the air or whatever, but I don't know what it was. It could have been some government shit, but I don't know. But that was weird to me.
Do you believe that a man should be vulnerable to a woman?
Yes, it is the same as I feel a woman should be vulnerable to her man too. It go both ways and shit. That shit ain't one gated or whatever and shit. That's two-sided and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe that, but I feel like a woman should do the same thing. Be vulnerable.
If you like a man, but you have your walls up, do you think it's your responsibility to put the walls down, or he should be the one trying to put the walls down for you? A wall that you build up.
I mean, this is a two-way street there too, because you get me. This some shit I ain't used to or whatever and shit. So, and I ain't been used to or whatever and shit, cause I am just steady fuck with a nigga and shit. I ain't fuck with a nigga like study ever. You know what I'm saying?
I should have rephrased my question. Like, let's say if it's a woman, you have your wall up, but do you think you should be the one who should let that wall down a little bit, or she should be the one?
We both gotta work on it.
Okay. Would you ever attend a P. Diddy party?
Hell no, because I've been the way they doing with they drinks and shit. I like to drink too much. I don't give a fuck if Whitney Houston was there in spirit. I'm not going. Hell no.
Do you worry about being accepted?
Hell no, because I'm the shit. Everywhere, people love me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just a loving person. I don't know. God took his time when he made me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be worried about. I know people gonna like me. Even white people like me.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever date a woman who happened to be a little person?
A little midget?
Dwarf, whatever.
Hell yeah, I'll be picking her little ass up and everything. I'll be jumping up off the dresser on her little ass. Come here. Bring your ass here. Hell yeah. I'll be picking her up and everything.
If all else fails, with women in relationships, would you ever really sit down permanently and be with a good man? A good man, not any man, a good one.
Yeah, I'd probably get me a man. Cause I've been thinking about it lately anyway. Cause these bitches getting on my nerves. They begging, their kids calling, asking me for Gucci slides and shit like somebody rich, and bitches study coming up pregnant and all of that shit. I'm tired of paying. I done paid for 9 abortions in my life, and I'm not paying. It's not gonna be a 10 or whatever and shit. You know, I'm don't know or whatever and shit. I'm getting tired of these bitches and shit, and their kids are beggars. So I'm probably will sit down and get me a good wholesome man.
Yeah.
If he's a good wholesome one. But that light skinned, he can't be. No, I don't do that light skinned shit. Nope.
Before we end this interview, what would you like to tell the people for your last words associated to the podcast? What would you just like to say to your family, your friends, or so, just people?
I'd like to say thank you for inviting me here, first of all, and shit. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. All my people, I love y'all. Happy New Year. I wish y'all good health, wealth, prosperity, and shit. I hope y'all have nice long runs or whatever and shit. Take care of them kids and shit. And just love the life you live and live the life you love. That's my message. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to pray and never lose your faith and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get so frustrated you will find yourself like you trying to lose your faith. Don't lose your faith. And it's the beginning of 2025, so you got a chance to get shit right or whatever and shit. And if you got some food stamps for sale, write me, call up, inbox me.
With that being said, thank you for coming to my show. Yeah, you heard what my baby girl said. You heard what she said. You can pass that number to me.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
I can get her to make that trip to Grand Rapids and have a sit down. And been a dope interview. And
Hell
I'm really
yeah.
glad that you had a chance to make that happen and make that work for me.
Shit, you made my day. This shit made my day. I'm in a good ass mood and
That's
shit.
what's up. That's what's up. So with that being said, man, see you soon. Yeah.
If you enjoy my content, well, please follow, like, and subscribe for more.